if you're holding a smartphone right now, you're not just holding a phone, you're holding, well, a high-value target.
Oh, absolutely.
And keeping it secure, it feels like a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's not just about, avoiding a weird link anymore. We're talking about keyloggers, really smart messaging scams, even banking app attacks.
It's a constant battle. And the thing is, while the built-in defenses on iOS and Android are pretty strong, the threats are always evolving. They're specifically looking for the gaps in how we talk and how we spend our money.
Which is why we're doing this.
Exactly. We're dedicating this deep dive to one of the biggest names out there in third-party security, the Trend Micro Mobile Security and Antivirus app.
Right. We got a request for a full breakdown, and that's the mission. We've pulled together the source material to really unpack this app for you.
Yep.
What it does, how it protects both Android and iOS devices from all those online threats, data theft, and maybe most importantly, what you get for free versus what's behind that subscription wall.
We're going to extract all the key features, look at the specialized tools they have, like Fraudbuster and PayGuard Mobile, and then really try to bring some clarity to the whole in-app purchase thing, which can be confusing.
It really can be. Okay, so let's start at the foundation. If you're going to add another security layer on top of a modern phone OS, you have to ask the basic question. What is this actually giving me that my phone doesn't already have?
That is the critical question. And the foundational layer, really the heavy lifting, is the antivirus scan.
Okay.
So while your phone's OS is good at scanning the official app stores, Trend Micro is really focused on proactively finding the threats that slip through. We're talking more advanced malware, ransomware, spyware.
The stuff that comes from, say, a bad file you downloaded.
Exactly. Or from a less secure third-party app store. It's acting as this constantly updated gatekeeper against brand new threats.
So it's not just a one-time check when you install something. It's watching the data flow.
Continue.
But, I mean, a lot of the danger starts the second you tap a link. That brings us to their WebGuard feature, which I think they also call safe browsing.
Right. And WebGuard is your immediate defense. It's the first wall against an external attack. The most important thing to understand about it is that it doesn't just work inside its own browser.
It's system-wide.
Yeah.
What does system-wide actually mean here?
It means that if you click a dangerous link, doesn't matter where, it could be in an email, a social media feed, a text message, WebGuard jumps in before that dangerous page can even load.
So it intercepts the connection?
It intercepts it
Yeah.
in real time. Across Chrome, Safari, even those little web browsers inside other apps, like when you click a link in Twitter or Instagram.
That's huge because, mobile life is just rapid-fire link clicking. You don't always stop to think.
You really don't. And that proactive blocking is probably more important on a phone than even the initial malware scan, just because of how often we're tapping on things on the go.
Okay, that makes total sense. So let's move beyond those, let's call them traditional defenses, the virus scan and the web blocker. This is where the app starts to get really interesting, with tools designed for how we actually use our phones now.
Yes. We're moving into what I'd call behavioral security, not just file security. The real threats today, they live in our communication channels, and there are two standout features here that really tackle that.
Let's start with Fraudbuster. We have all seen those incredibly convincing scam texts pretending to be from our bank or a delivery service.
We all have, and Fraudbuster is built specifically for that. It's designed to fight that explosion in social engineering. It scans and flags suspicious links and scams, not just in your normal text messages, your SMS or MMS.
Which is hard enough.
It is. But it also does it inside messaging platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Line.
Okay, what makes scanning inside WhatsApp so much harder than scanning a regular text?
Well, it's the encryption and the closed-off nature of those apps. Trend Micro has to use some pretty sophisticated methods to analyze the URLs being shared in those chats. It's cross-referencing them against these huge threat databases, looking for tiny red flags that suggest a phishing attempt before you tap anything.
So if a link looks bad, or even if the text around it seems suspicious,
It flags it immediately. It gives you that critical moment of pause.
it's a vital shield. But if we're talking about high-stakes moments on our phones, we have to talk about money, banking, shopping, which brings us to PayGuard Mobile.
This is a must-have tool for anyone who does mobile banking. PayGuard Mobile is a specific shield for financial transactions. It's an extra layer of protection that kicks in only when you open a banking, shopping, or digital wallet app that you've designated.
But wait, why do I need a separate shield for my banking app if the antivirus is already running in the background? What's the specific threat here?
It's designed to stop advanced data interception that a standard antivirus might miss. PayGuard essentially creates a secure, isolated bubble around that financial app.
Isolates it from what?
From other apps. This isolation stops malicious apps from doing things like keylogging, so recording what you type when you enter your password, or, and this is critical, from taking screenshots of your private financial data while you have the app open.
Wow. So it's a temporary, fortified little bubble just for that transaction.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's protecting the moment of the transaction, not just the app file itself.
That's a really high-value feature. And speaking of being proactive, I was really struck by the pre-installation scan feature. Most of us think of security as a reaction to something bad, but this is pure prevention.
It's all about checking for risk before you commit. The pre-installation scan lets you check out an app for potential security threats or, for asking for way too many permissions before it's actually installed on your device.
So even if it got through the official App Store's checks.
This gives you a second opinion. It makes sure you're not about to let something risky get a foothold on your phone.
And finally, because we're always on the move, let's talk about connectivity. The Wi-Fi checker. Every coffee shop, every airport,
Yeah.
they're all just a minefield of free Wi-Fi.
A massive risk. This tool scans Wi-Fi networks and public hotspots to check their security. And it's not just checking for a password. It alerts you to things like weak encryption or signs of a compromised connection, even hints of a man-in-the-middle attack.
Where somebody's trying to snoop on your traffic.
Exactly. It's an essential tool if you spend any time at all away from your trusted home network.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. We've talked about blocking direct threats. Let's talk about device utility, digital health, and maybe even family security. The app does more than just play defense.
Right. You move into device optimization. I mean, good security shouldn't slow your phone down to a crawl.
That's always the fear.
So these features are meant to address that. They include tools for managing your apps, clearing out memory, just generally keeping performance up. And while they're not strictly security, a cleaner, more efficient device makes it easier for the security software to spot anything unusual happening in the background.
And on the privacy side, what about all the data we're leaking through social media without even realizing it?
That's where the Privacy Protection Scanner comes in. It checks your privacy settings on platforms like Facebook and other apps that hold a lot of your personal data. Most of us, we set those things once and then completely forget about them.
And the defaults are often not great.
Not at all. This tool acts like a continuous audit, prompting you to tighten up controls that might be exposing your information to the public or to data brokers.
Now, for anyone listening who manages devices for their kids, parental controls are, well, they're not optional.
Absolutely non-negotiable. And the suite here is pretty robust. It gives you tools to lock specific apps. You can enforce safe search. You can filter web content to keep kids away from harmful material. It goes beyond just filtering and lets a parent control which apps can be used and when.
Okay, let's cover the worst-case scenario. My phone gets lost or stolen. What can Trend Micro do to protect my data, even if I can't get the phone back?
That's the Lost Device Protection Suite. It gives you a few crucial tools. You get remote lock, so you can secure it instantly. You get a remote wipe option, which is key if you think it's gone for good.
Wipes all your data.
All of it. And it has geolocation to help you track it. It is important to note, though, that these features are generally more powerful on Android. Apple's system is much more locked down, so on iOS, a lot of this functionality defers back to Apple's own Find My system. But having that remote wipe capability, that's a huge data security win.
Okay, so we have a really clear picture of the features now. The antivirus, fraud buster, that PayGuard isolation. Now we have to hit the big one, the business model. Because none of these premium features matter if you don't understand how you're paying for them, and this is where it gets confusing.
This is where we need to spend a moment. So the app is a free download. That's the gateway. When you install it, you usually get a free trial, maybe 30 days, of the full premium package.
And after that trial.
After it ends, you either drop down to a very, very limited free version or you have to subscribe.
So to keep using things like PayGuard and the advanced scam protection, I have to make an in-app purchase, an IAP.
That's right. The IAP is how you buy the premium license right there through your phone. It unlocks everything we just talked about, and it's convenient. You can pay and activate it in seconds.
And when you do that, what are the options? And what's the big trap people need to look out for?
Usually you can choose like a monthly plan, a yearly one, sometimes even a 2-year plan. The trap is auto renewal. Subscriptions you buy through an IAP, whether it's on Google Play or the Apple App Store, they almost always default to auto-renew. And Trend Micro doesn't control that. The App Store does.
So if I want to cancel, I can't just do it in the Trend Micro app.
You must go into your phone's App Store subscription settings, your Google Play settings, or your Apple ID settings. That one detail trips up so many people.
That's a huge point of friction, and if we zoom out, that single-device IAP might not even be the best value if you have a whole family of devices to protect.
Exactly. Trend Micro, like most security companies, offers these big, comprehensive security suites. They have names like Maximum Security or Premium Security Suite, and these cover everything: your PC, your Mac, and multiple mobile devices.
You have a choice. The easy single-phone IAP or this bigger centralized license for your whole digital ecosystem.
And those multi-device licenses, you usually buy them from the Trend Micro website, not the App Store. They often offer a much better per-device cost if you're protecting, say, 5 or 10 devices. The key thing is the protection is on your phone, but the license and the billing are managed somewhere else entirely.
It really comes down to convenience versus comprehensive value.
In unified management, for sure.
Okay, let's bring this all together. We've unpacked this entire toolkit. This is clearly not just a simple virus scanner. It's a multi-layered defense system.
It's extremely comprehensive. We went from the foundational stuff, the antivirus and the real-time WebGuard, all the way to these highly specialized tools like PayGuard Mobile, which isolates your banking from keyloggers, and FraudBuster, which fights scams inside your encrypted messaging apps. It really does address almost every major way you can be attacked on a mobile device today.
And on top of that, it layers in utility features for performance and then protection for the whole family, with parental controls and the lost device features. You're getting a complete defense package.
You are, but the cost and how you manage it really depends on which path you choose to buy it.
Which brings us to the final thought for you, our listener, to really consider. You now know you have two clear paths. There's the simple, convenient, single-device in-app purchase with its tricky auto-renewal you have to manage in the App Store.
Or there's the broader, often better value multi-device suite that you manage externally through a website. So the question to ask yourself is this: which of those routes provides the better long-term solution for your total digital security ecosystem, considering all the desktops, laptops, and mobile devices you rely on every single day?
Something to think about as you build your own security strategy. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.